All right, let's dive into this digital marketing campaign that really got my gears turning. The goal? Simple. Drive brand awareness for this awesome new energy drink, Electro Boost. The market? Jam-packed with competitors, all vying for the attention of Gen Z and millennials. We needed to break through the noise and make some serious noise ourselves. Our target audience lived and breathed online, so our battleground was clear social media. We're talking Instagram, TikTok, you name it. But it wasn't just about being present, it was about being unforgettable. We needed a campaign that would grab their attention, resonate with their values, and leave them wanting more. First things first, we had to figure out our objectives. Sure, brand awareness was the overarching goal, but we needed to get more specific. How much awareness were we aiming for? What did success look like in tangible terms? We decided to shoot for a 20% increase in brand mentions across social media platforms within the first 3 months. Ambitious? You bet. But we don't play to lose. To measure this, we focused on key performance indicators, KPIs. Website traffic, social engagement, and of course those all-important sales figures. We tracked every click, every like, every share, and every purchase. This data wasn't just numbers on a screen, it was the pulse of our campaign, telling us what was working and what needed adjusting. Now, for the fun part, the strategy. We knew our audience craved authenticity and connection, so we ditched the polished corporate vibe and got real. We partnered with micro-influencers who embodied the Electro Boost lifestyle: athletes, gamers, artists, you name it. These weren't just paid promoters, they were passionate individuals who genuinely loved the product and wanted to share it with their tribe. We gave them creative freedom to put their own spin on the campaign, showcasing Electro Boost in their daily lives. From intense workout sessions to late-night study marathons, Electro Boost was there, fueling their passions. User-generated content became our bread and butter. We encouraged our audience to share their own Electro Boost experiences using a dedicated hashtag, turning customers into brand advocates. But it wasn't all about online hustle. We knew the power of offline experiences to create lasting memories. We hosted pop-up events in key cities, offering free samples, live music, and opportunities to connect with other Electro Boost enthusiasts. These events weren't just about pushing product, they were about building a community around shared values of energy, passion, and pushing boundaries. Throughout the campaign, we remained agile, constantly monitoring the data and adjusting our approach as needed. If a certain type of content was resonating particularly well, we doubled down. If a particular platform wasn't delivering the results we wanted, we shifted our focus. The digital landscape is constantly evolving, so you gotta be ready to adapt. We set some ambitious KPIs for this campaign, and let me tell you, they weren't just for show. We're talking about measurable targets that would directly reflect the success of our strategy. First and foremost, we aimed for a 20% increase in brand mentions across social media platforms within the first 3 months. This wasn't about vanity metrics, it was about gauging the buzz, the chatter, the word-of-mouth marketing that money can't buy. Next up, website traffic. We wanted to see a surge in visits to the Electro Boost website, and not just any visits, but quality visits. We're talking about people spending time on the site, exploring the product range, and crucially, making purchases. To track this, we kept a close eye on metrics like bounce rate, average session duration, and pages per visit. Of course, no digital marketing campaign is complete without a keen eye on conversion rates. We wanted to see how effectively our efforts were translating into actual sales. We tracked everything from click-through rates on our ads to the completion rate of our online checkout process. This data allowed us to identify any bottlenecks in the customer journey and optimize the experience for maximum conversions. And let's not forget about engagement. We wanted our audience to not just see our content, but to interact with it, share it, and become a part of the Electro Boost community. We tracked likes, comments, shares, and brand mentions across all our social media platforms. Let's be real, no campaign is without its bumps in the road. We hit a major snag when one of our key influencers faced a public relations hiccup. It wasn't directly related to our brand, but it had the potential to spill over and tarnish the Electro Boost image. We acted fast. First, we acknowledged the situation publicly, expressing our concern while carefully avoiding any judgment or blame. Our priority was to protect the integrity of our brand and the trust we had built with our audience. Next, we reached out to the influencer directly, offering our support and working collaboratively to navigate the situation. We reviewed the terms of our agreement and ultimately decided to pause our partnership until the dust settled. This decision wasn't about throwing someone under the bus, it was about protecting the investment we had made in the campaign. This experience taught us the importance of having a crisis communication plan in place, and the value of building strong, transparent relationships with our partners. It also highlighted the need for adaptability and quick thinking in the ever-evolving world of digital marketing. Data, my friends, is not just numbers on a screen. It's the lifeblood of any successful digital marketing campaign. In the case of ElectroBoost, data was our compass, guiding our decisions, validating our instincts, and ultimately fueling our success. From day one, we were obsessed with tracking every click, every like, every share, and every purchase. We wanted to understand how our audience was interacting with our content, what resonated with them, and what fell flat. This granular level of data analysis allowed us to optimize our campaign in real time. For example, we noticed that our Instagram stories featuring behind-the-scenes footage of our influencer partnerships were performing exceptionally well. Engagement rates were through the roof, and we saw a direct correlation between these stories and traffic to our website. Armed with this insight, we doubled down on this type of content, creating even more engaging and authentic stories that resonated with our audience. On the flip side, we noticed that our Facebook ads were not delivering the desired results. Click-through rates were low, and we weren't seeing a significant return on investment. Instead of throwing more money at the problem, we took a step back and analyzed the data. We realized that our target audience on Facebook was not aligned with our ideal customer profile. They were older, less tech-savvy, and not as interested in the ElectroBoost brand. Based on this insight, we reallocated our budget to platforms where our target audience was more concentrated, such as Instagram and TikTok. This ElectroBoost campaign wasn't just about selling energy drinks, it was a masterclass in the ever-evolving world of digital marketing. We learned that authenticity reigns supreme. Consumers, especially Gen Z and millennials, can sniff out a disingenuous campaign from a mile away. They crave real connections, genuine stories, and brands that align with their values. We also learned the importance of data-driven decision-making. Gut instincts are great, but they're even more powerful when backed by cold, hard data. By meticulously tracking our KPIs and analyzing every shred of information, we were able to optimize our campaign in real time and maximize our ROI. But perhaps the most crucial lesson was the importance of adaptability. The digital landscape is constantly shifting, so you gotta be ready to pivot, adjust, and evolve your strategy on a dime. Don't be afraid to experiment, embrace new platforms, and most importantly, listen to your audience. They'll tell you what they want if you're willing to listen.